A big day for the Mac fans here in Australia, the launch of the second generation of the most popular electronic device on the face of the planet, the Apple iPad. With me is Charlie Brown, who is the Today Show's technology editor. And Charlie, why should, when you consider that this is the first edition, which has been out for about a year, and this is now the second edition, why should I buy this and replace this?
I think if you already own the iPad 1, the argument to go out and buy a new one is not quite strong enough to go and put down the extra money. When you're talking for a decent iPad 2 with a good configuration, about $700 up to $900. I think if you're new to the tablet market, the iPad 2 is definitely got to be on your shopping list. You definitely have to have a look at that one before you go and look at anything else. But I know a lot of people who bought the iPad original at Christmas, and today they're a little bit disappointed that this new one has come out. Better battery life, nice screen, couple of cameras built in, and they don't get to have those features in their iPad.
It's a pretty unusual thing for Apple to do, isn't it? Normally when they bring in a new generation, they make sure the old generation is well and truly phased out.
Yeah, that's right. What we've seen in the past, especially with some of their phones, is they take the phones off the market. So when they bring the new phones on, those old phones aren't sold at a discount, for example. With the iPad 2, the iPad 1, the price has dropped as soon as the iPad 2 was announced, which is quite unusual. So, look, the thing about doing that is there is the chance that you could burn some of your customers. Apple's always looked after their customers really well in that regard. So I'm not sure how they're feeling today, but I think if you're in the market for a tablet, iPad 2 is definitely one of the things you should be looking at.
No, it's not the only tablet in the chemist shelf, is it?
No, it's not. There's about 15 to 20 different models, and that's different models. So there's various configurations of those types of models coming out. Samsung, BlackBerry are just two names that are bringing out tablets this year. Pricing is all the way from $300 or $250 for the real cheap ones up to $1,000. So really, I would ask any Australian in the market for a tablet to go and look around, try out a few different models, because this is not the only one. It's a very good one. I like it a lot, but it's not the only one there, and because it's not the only one, it might not be the one for you.
Thank you very much. One of the more fascinating parts of this iPad story are the people who have been queuing around the block at virtually every Apple store in Australia, waiting for the release at 5 p.m. Australian Eastern summertime of the Apple number 2, and judging by the interest, they're going to sell like hotcakes.
No doubt they will, and we're going to cross live to Peter Harvey at 5 o'clock as the iPad goes on sale at the Apple Store in Sydney. And following this week's launch of the 9 News iPhone app, you'll soon be able to download a special version for iPads as well. It'll be available for the iPad and the iPad 2 from next month.